Welcome. Welcome to the Ghosted Father's Day special. It's me and my beloved daughter, Cat.
Hello.
AKA the GHOUL Girl. Rob claims that he is having technical difficulties today and can't join the show. So I'm muddling through trying to do this whole recorded thing, and for some reason our normal Ouija board background has disappeared, so I improvised with this. I'll just show you that real quick. And did I just do the thing? Anyway, we're gonna have all sorts of hiccups today, but I think Rob was making up excuses. I personally think Rob is on a secret rendezvous with you-know-who, a lover's tryst, if you will. We all know it. We all love it. Rob and Lindsay Ivan, there's something going on there. Anyway, so Kat and I are just going to do this very unusual show, and we're just going to watch ghost videos like we normally do and see if we think they're real or bullshit. And we won't have naysaying Rob here. So I say we just get right into it. We're going to start out with We're going to start out with dog sense. Let's see what's going on with dog sense. I remember naming this. I don't remember what's going on. So let's check out dog sense.
Over on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, a user known as SageMan123 posted a video that showcases some extremely creepy goings-on that his friend took after moving into a new house. At the start of the video, the guy is talking to the camera and saying that his pet dog is laser focused on something in the distance that he cannot see. He proceeds to talk to the camera about how unsettling the whole situation is when out of nowhere, this happens.
You alright? I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you kidding me right now?
After this happens, the guy is audibly shocked and also amazed at the whole situation. The uploader's friend then continues to record in silence for a while, before suddenly his pet dog begins barking very loudly at something in the house. Even after his attempts to try to calm him down, the dog continues to bark, clearly very angry at something. Then this happens.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff. The fuck?
Mysteriously, the door in the room slowly closes all by itself, while the dog continuously barks. Not much else is known about this video, but it's definitely quite eerie. The uploader says that his friend moved out of that house shortly afterward, and it's hard to blame him. While it's easy to jump to paranormal conclusions, there are of course more grounded possibilities like drafts, unlevel flooring, or air pressure causing doors to shut on their own. And dogs can sometimes react to things like distant sounds or shadows that we might not pick up on right away. However, the timing of the dog's barking, combined with the door closing by itself right after, does feel a little too perfect to dismiss entirely. Whether paranormal or not, I'd say anyone in that situation would probably feel uneasy, and I can't really blame his friend for moving out when he did.
So I'm on the fence about this one because what I wish they had done is, when it come to the bag of chips flying across that, I wish they had gone, like, taken the camera, taken their phone and gone to show how deep that, see if, to show that there's no one else in there, for one. And plus, a lot of those, it's possible that no one was there because the wall could have been right there and no one could possibly hide and pull a string. But they didn't show how deep that closet goes or whether or not there was anyone in there. So I kind of but and then the dog barking, Rob and I have talked a lot about dogs having a sense and being able to sense things and such. But then again, he could have been barking at anything. And then the door closing, I didn't see any strings, so that was kind of, I'm on the fence about it overall.
I think.
Oh God, here we go.
I think the dog on the dog food, the bag of the dog food.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was the ghost.
No.
It made the chips fly.
The dog on the bag of dog food was the ghost and made the chips fly.
Yeah. That's what I think.
And y'all thought I was bad. Anyway, moving on.
Maybe that dog was mad that there was a picture of a dog.
I gotta save that one for Rob. There's a video I called "Do you think it's a dill rod?" And I have to save that one for Rob. So, so let's see here. Let's look at returning home.
Returning home. A woman named Olivia lives in an apartment with her boyfriend and says that for a while now they have been experiencing strange paranormal events that they just can't seem to explain. Their cat would often get freaked out by nothing, and doors would open on their own when nobody was there. Late one night, Olivia is returning home with her boyfriend when they notice something horrifying through their window.
Alright guys, we are currently home. We are about to go in. I don't think I've ever been more scared in my life. Don't mind our house, but the blanket is on the floor.
As the couple arrive inside, they find nobody there, except for a blanket on the floor that was originally hung up on the door to cover it.
We've put a black blanket right here just to completely close it off. We want nothing to do with it right now. Wait! There's legit no one in here, dude. No one is in here.
Something falls and then the door suddenly slams shut on its own, startling Olivia. But when she goes inside and searches all over, she finds nobody there. These strange events would continue with each day gradually getting worse. And on the next day, she notices this.
Can anyone tell me what this is? Looks like handprints. Almost like scraping down our wall. That's the creepiest shit I've ever seen.
Some sort of hand scrape prints can be seen high up on the walls, leading Olivia to believe there might be something demonic in her house. And she may have just confirmed that when later that night this happens. Olivia says things are getting worse and worse. So is her house truly haunted by something demonic?
So what did you think about that one?
I think she did it.
You think the GHOUL Girl did it?
Yeah, I think she did it.
Oh. But really, do you think... I personally don't think there's enough. It's like I like that she went into the one room and looked in all the closets and everything, but I don't know, that curtain, that thing pulling in the bedroom. I mean, she didn't run in there and show anything. Anyone could have been standing there. I'd like to see more. I personally would like to see more from these people, like that shows more concrete stuff. I mean, over, especially like the shadow in the window from outside. Anybody could be standing there. They could have set that up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a person, I always want to believe, but there's not enough there for me to really go along with it.
Yeah, I mean...
And no, I don't think a dog on a bag of dog food was haunting the house either. No.
But I mean, they could have easily done the fingerprints on the walls.
Right. Marks on the walls all of a sudden. To me, it looked like just the paint wearing off sometimes, like, can happen. But I don't know.
It kind of reminds me when we used to live at Creekside, those black spots that were just on the floor. Do you remember that, the carpet?
Well, yeah, that's because when we moved in, they said on the walkthrough the carpet was stained throughout. So,
Oh, no demons.
yeah, no demons there. That was just old shitty carpeting. Let's see. Let's look at Snapchat Shadow. Now, you're a young, hip Gen Zer up on all the apps and doodads of the internet. Are you familiar with Snapchat?
Yeah, I deleted it because Snapchat is just...
It's what?
It's like a... Not for like, it's not... How do I word this? Snapchat is not, like, for everyone because, like, people like to hook up on that app.
Oh.
And I had a bunch of random people try adding me because I had a ex-friend of mine post a photo of her and I. And all these people tried adding me, and I'm like, looking, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. Snapchat. So would it be fair to say Snapchat's not for everyone, only the coolest of the cool?
Yeah. You gotta do the streaks.
So let's see. Snapchat Shadow.
Next video comes from Jordan Bowen, who was home alone when she took this video. It's late at night, and she's watching TV while sending Snapchats to her friends. This is something that she often does, especially when she doesn't have any company at home. Her apartment can sometimes feel creepy when no one else is around, so understandably, she talks to friends via Snapchat to feel less alone. But after sending some videos to them, a friend notices something strange in one of her snaps. The following is what she caught without noticing. Take a look. As it seems, she wasn't alone, or at least not to her knowledge. Initially thinking she was just seeing things, she now sees that it wasn't just all in her head. Someone or something was actually inside her apartment. It's hard to see unless you look closely, but zooming in, you can see what looks like a shadowy mass making its way from one room to another. It happens quickly, but if you slow the footage, you can tell that something large is moving. As someone in the comments noted, whatever this is looks like it's hunched over while moving stealthily across the apartment. Whether a person or thing, it did not want to be seen, or at least it seems like that. While not much else is known about this footage, or if Jordan has caught anything else in her apartment, the video on its own is pretty creepy. So then, just who or what was seen inside Jordan's apartment? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
So does Snapchat have a filter that could do something like that?
No, I was thinking this video is gonna be more so like one of the filter videos.
Yeah.
Like you have a filter, and then it like I could put a filter on you or me,
Mm-hmm.
but then sometimes the filter would catch something in the,
Right.
and
Like
it's weird.
yeah. The filter shows up, and like the dog face filter shows up, and there's no one there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this was so that shadow thing. It did kind of look like someone hunched over, like walking on their like squatting and kind of walking. Um, One thing, you know, it's either it, if they did fake it, they would have it disappears behind the wall. It doesn't just go across the whole screen. It like, and they did, if they faked it, they did a really good job of lining up where that wall is and making sure that the shadow disappears behind it and doesn't overlap over the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of my video editing experience with that one. So my first thought, I thought maybe it could just be like, when I first saw it, maybe it could be like pixelation, like just a digital video glitch. But the more I looked at it, it did look like something. I'm thinking there might be something to it. I'm not 100% convinced, but just because the way it was squatted and running across the and disappearing behind the wall, that was kind of.
I have an idea.
Oh no!
Maybe
Oh,
the
here we go.
ghost was squatting like that, like scraping his butt on the carpet like a dog.
It's another dog ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it here first. Cat says it's another dog ghost, probably from a bag of food, and there you go.
Like what my cat does sometimes on the floor.
Is your cat a ghost?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I just wanted to confirm that. Okay.
Skibbity toilet.
No, we're not playing goddamn skibbity toilet. What is it? Oh, let's look at the painting. The painting.
The painting. A woman named Luge often paints various different pictures and sells them. Among all her paintings, one piece in particular stood out the most for an unusual reason. The painting itself depicts the sea at night and was painted during the pandemic. Unfortunately, this piece didn't sell, so she hung it up in the house. Ever since hanging this picture up, the family swears they would see the painting moving from time to time, and on one occasion they captured this.
Mira, te digo que algo se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, güey. Sí.
What looks like a small piece of the painting begins to move on its own. Even stranger is that the leaf of the plant beside it also moves very slightly around the same time. Luge makes another video explaining that there is no light source in the room that could have caused a reflection, and the painting is also matte paint, which is designed to minimize reflection, but something disturbing is captured.
Enseño un nuevo video enseñándoles el cuadro de frente. Es pintura mate, no se refleja. Ay, güey, no mames.
The whole frame of the painting suddenly moves by itself, confirming her suspicions that something paranormal is indeed going on with the painting. Some people say they can see faces in the picture, but the question remains, is there more to this picture that could be causing these strange events?
I like that painting. I want to buy it and put it in the house.
Do you think it's haunted?
Well, like the first clip of like the thing moving across the, like that little glare or whatever moving across the painting.
I didn't notice that.
It was weird. Or maybe that's, I don't know.
The main thing, like it moved. I think it moved a little bit at that one angle view, but then on that straight on view, she was kind of wobbling. I thought, well, you're not going to be able to tell if it's moving a little bit if you're not holding your camera steady because it's kind of doing this. But then all of a sudden, and you heard the sound, And I went, oh, I thought that was kind of impressive. Like, I don't know how you would get it to do that, without someone down there on the floor with a string attached to one corner making it do that. But I mean, the
We
way
need the
just
factor faked people.
the factor faked people.
That
We
shit
are
is-
the factor faked
Yeah.
people. I say fact and Rob says faked. And that's
Yeah.
how the show goes. Again, oh, by the way, speaking of Rob, I want to wish him well on his rendezvous with his lover Lindsay Ivan.
Mhm.
I just want to say, I got a good feeling about you two kiddos, and yeah, we gotta support this wonderful burgeoning romance of a relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think there might be something to the painting.
Yeah.
That's my personal take.
I think we should buy that painting.
Well, that would be cool, and then it started moving on its own.
Hmm.
That'd be kind of neat.
I will say, at the old house, the Clarity Courthouse,
Mm-hmm.
the one that exploded,
Yeah.
didn't actually explode.
No.
Do you remember that skull you had? They gave to me.
Yeah.
That would just move.
A lot of people said that they experienced things in that house. I really didn't so much. Felicia said that she experienced stuff in her room, and breathing sounds and weird shit,
Yeah,
but everyone said they did except me. I didn't really.
well, one time I played the Ouija board at my friend's house. We heard
Yeah,
banging on the walls.
I remember that.
And they had a bunch of pictures on the walls, and none of the pictures were moved. But then you heard a loud bang on the wall.
Yeah, at our house, and then that was weird. And I ran outside, and there was no one in sight. So it was
That neighborhood was interesting too.
yeah. All right, so we go from the painting to the knocking. Let's see what's going on with the knocking.
Knocking on heaven's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on
A
heaven's
girl
door.
named Lucy was home alone in her bed late one evening, just chilling on her phone, when out of nowhere she starts to hear aggressive knocking coming from her bedroom door.
It's that damn dog again. The ghost dog, I mean. That damn ghost dog.
Knocking can be heard on her door, and a shadow of someone can be seen through the gap under the door, but she doesn't dare go to check. A few nights later, and the same thing happens again, only this time she goes to open the door. Watch closely.
What do I do? I'm glad she showed.
She opens the door very quickly after the noises are happening, but as she looks around, there's nobody there. Terrified, she quickly rushes back into her room and closes the door. A few nights later, her brother sends her a video saying it happened to him. Although every time they checked, there was nobody there. Many viewers commented that by opening her door, she has now let it in her room. But just what do you think? I'll let you be the judge.
That's something, I mean,
Go ahead.
you could easily fake that, but once she opened the door and checked quickly.
Well, so yeah, the thing is that you could easily add in knocking sound effects after the fact.
Mhm.
So you could add in, and that's the thing that kind of gets me about a lot of these kind of things. And like that first set of knocking, you saw a shadow moving around at the bottom of the, like someone standing out there,
Mhm.
and they're knocking. But the hell was that sound?
Maybe is someone? Oh, it said Rob messaged us.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh no. What did he message us? Whoa. He just messaged whoa. What the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Must have been in the wrong folder. Oh, he's referencing something, a technical thing I was having when I was trying to set up this recording. But the first message, whoa, I think that was he's having a good time with Lindsay. I'll just say that.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna say, wow. You know, I think I need to show you something that I came across.
Rob loves Lindsay.
Didgeridoo!
I pop my hand by
This is
pockets
Rob
and my
by night.
pockets and the stole. Ram ram
Rob loves this video, by
Rob
the way.
loves Lindsay.
Didgeridoo!
I'm sure he loves it.
Didgeridoo. Makes him scream didgeridoo.
Rob loves Lindsay.
But I stannar smedding fights and the spirits smedding cedar. And if I know when the spirits smedding try to tell me that, I'd buy it on by spirits
Rob
life a
loves
spin under that.
Lindsay.
I might walk upon the town things and going of a scress.
For some reason, this video is annoyingly long and repetitive.
I hunt to up the boys with
Didgeridoo!
Didgeridoo. What does that mean?
I don't know. I get maybe that's never mind. A didgeridoo. It's one of those things from Australia, the Aboriginal. And they do the circular breathing. Yeah, that's a didgeridoo. Why it's saying didgeridoo in that video, I have no idea.
Is it
but maybe that's a special word between Rob and Lindsay.
Didgeridoo.
That's all I'll say about that. And now we're gonna go to
with my boyfriend and I. Our love language is skibbity toilet.
No,
I'm kidding.
No. The existence of skibbity toilet angers me to no end. Okay.
New show idea. Brain rot with skibbity toilet. Tung 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 tung. PCPCP. Italian brain rot. No, you gotta look up Italian brain rot. It's this guy speaking Italian, and there's AI brain rot. Barulina cappuccino.
So you want on the Antisocial Network to have a brain rot show, where you're just analyzing brain rot or something?
Yeah, well,
wow.
You showed me boobas when I was little. That was technically brain rot. What did that teach me? But no, I love that show. I still love that show. I watch it every night before I go to bed. Boobas. It teaches me so much.
Let's get off of that shit, and let's look at a ghostly dog bark. You're all about dog ghosts today, so we're actually going to look at ghostly dog bark.
On May 8th of 2025, a small family from California had shared a video in which something very strange happens. Apparently, whatever took place in this house wasn't just witnessed by the man, but also by the dog resting on the couch. It's this small detail that further makes this video baffling. Now, it's important to note that other dogs live in this house. The family who lives here are genuinely passionate about caring for their pets, which is why they treat each of their dogs as though they were their own children. From having a giant portrait of Frida, Pepper, and Valentino, to having a fully furnished dog room dedicated to them, it's clear that this family embraces all its members and ensures that no one is ever left out, even if one of them is no longer here. Only a month ago, Maxie, their first and oldest Chihuahua, had passed away from old age. Not a single day passes without thinking of little Maxie. He was deeply cared for, which makes it even harder for the family to accept that he's now gone. But despite this unfortunate story, the family is now focused on something else that happened recently. It was on a Thursday afternoon when this was captured. Out of nowhere, the sound of a barking dog is heard from inside the house. The man turns around to see if it was the dog behind him, but it wasn't. Something about these barks sounded familiar, and it wasn't until re-listening to the audio that the man knew he wasn't just hearing things, but rather a barking dog that sounded just like Maxie. No other dog is seen around except the one on the couch, and the other dogs that live here weren't home at this moment. If no other dog had barked, then which did? To the family, the answer is clear. It was Maxie who had barked. They believed that little Maxie had paid them a visit by barking in his usual manner. Apparently, this is how he barked when he wanted someone to come get him. Understandably, Maxie's owner begins to tear up after weeks of not hearing from him since he passed away. Their other dog seems to hear the barks too, but like his owner, he can't seem to find where they're coming from. As with most videos, this one remains unsolved.
Oh, that was
It's
hard
kind
to
of
watch.
yeah, that was kind of sad. I would hope that if that's the sound of how that particular dog barked, you know, I would hope that that these people loving their dogs as much were being genuine with this video and not faking it. Because I mean, let's face it, they have a bunch of other dogs in the house. That dog, or it could have been some other dog off camera making a sound, and the dog that was on the couch kind of looked around like, "Oh, what's going on?" Mm-hmm. But I would just hope. I'm on the fence about it because, I mean, it could be legit, but it could easily be one of the other dogs, and they're just acting like that. I would just hope that they weren't, that this wasn't a bullshit act and this was legit.
I feel like it's legit because so.
Oh, and for some reason my camera keeps going out, but go on.
Okay, so anyways, so Christmas Eve 2018. My cat Sam passed away.
Mm-hmm.
That was traumatic. The next day, Christmas, I was on the couch, I was crying, and I felt this like warm spot, and he used to like kiss my face, like kiss.
Yeah.
So I knew that was him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to, you know, when our cat Q, when I was in high school, our cat. Was your Uncle Eric's cat, QT. No, Sadie. QT was the one that, no, Sadie was the one that got hit by a car behind our house. And, but anyway, you know, I woke up, could have sworn there was a cat like purring and like sniffing around my face for a second as I woke up, and then it was gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, weird thing, you know, kind of a weird thing, but yeah, I just hope those people aren't faking it because that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, no,
that'd be screwy.
Mm-hmm.
I like to give the benefit of the doubt, but,
right? You know. There was this one video I saw. Mm-hmm. It was this lady's mom was passing away. And she looked up like at the ceiling, and she said she saw angels on the ceiling.
Oh
like,
yeah,
angels. Yeah, I heard that's a real thing.
I think we might have covered a video like that, or maybe that same video you saw. We might have. Yeah. A lot of people see things like that as they're getting close.
That video makes me cry every time I see it. I was like, oh, geez.
Right. Let's look at. Let's take a look at Shapeshifter Not Alone.
Not alone. A man named Diego who lives alone had been experiencing strange paranormal events inside his house for the past few months. Late one night, Diego wakes up and hears a noise downstairs. But after seeing his cat upstairs, he wonders what the sound was. Then he sees this.
Ese no es mi gato. Mi gato está ahí arriba.
After just petting his cat and heading downstairs, he sees another cat that looks exactly the same as his. Knowing he just saw his cat upstairs, he quickly retreats to his bedroom with the cat and locks the door, hiding from whatever is down there at night, imitating his cat. Then this happens. Something can be heard clearly moving around outside his bedroom door, while wailing as it paces around. Diego stays locked in his room with his cat until the noises stop, and when he looks around later, he finds the place in a mess. So is Diego's house really haunted, or is it just an intricate ruse? You judge.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I mean, he could just have a second cat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as the stomping around, you know, you could, again, with no, just sound alone, you can add that in. I don't think too much about that one.
Well, there's a thing called a doppelganger. You got to be careful with doppelgangers.
Doppelganger cat?
Yes.
I think they were alluding more toward like a skinwalker situation.
Skinwalker, yes.
Skinwalker, doppelganger's different.
But there's a series on YouTube that I forgot the name of.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, I know, that's super helpful. It's all about beware of people who look similar to you. Like, that's not the real you. They could kill you. And
Right.
I forgot the name. It was analog horror.
Oh, is it that thing you showed me? And there was a lot of like still shots of like creepy looking things, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
You guys should cover analog horror.
We talk more about it, but we can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. You can do an extra camera?
I don't know what that does. I don't want to click it and
screw
up the whole thing.
I downloaded some images on your computer, I think, to like my profile photo.
Let's see. We just did that one. Okay, I got a long one. I think this will be the last one. This is called The Collector.
Hear that thumping outside? Must be ghosts.
Yeah, it's totally not little kids that live here jumping around and stomping around. No, it's ghosts. It's totally ghosts. Here we go with The Collector.
The Collector. I have featured Ray Turner on the channel before. For those who don't know, Ray is a funeral director who often visits haunted locations and collects strange artifacts. One day he acquired a picture of Wigan Town Centre from the 1940s, and the artist took his own life shortly after completing the picture. Not long after hanging this up inside his house, strange things began to happen. Just recently, he starts hearing banging sounds around his house and decides to record. Take a look.
Oh, I love that house.
Okay, I've been hearing banging for a good little while now. It comes from the bathroom door over there and then from the front. Do you hear it? Did you hear that? I'm just literally about to pick something to watch and I can hear banging on the... Can you hear it? It's this door.
A dark shadow can be seen behind the door, then knocking is heard next to him. A few minutes later, this happens.
Hello? Hello?
Cat. All these animals.
Yeah.
Cats and dogs.
Oh my god, are you okay?
And they're all orange cats.
I don't know what is going on in here today. Oh my god. I'm completely on my own in here as well. There's no room in here either.
Many objects move on their own and a creepy voice can be heard. Then when he opens the door to check the source of the knocking, he finds nothing there. A few weeks later, on May the 14th of 2025, he falls asleep on the couch and wakes up to the feeling of someone stroking his face. This is what he captured.
Okay, I've just started filming because I fell asleep on the couch and woke up to what felt like somebody stroking the side of my face, which made me jump awake, but I don't know if it was a dream, but then the room is icy cold and just noises coming from the kitchen. Hello? Hello? Can you hear that? It's coming from outside, from the kitchen there. Hello? Oh my god. The candlestick and the door's just bloody opened. What the hell? Hello? Oh my god. It makes you nervous to fall asleep on the couch. It really does. It's horrible. Shit! What the fuck? That's just hit my leg? What the fuck? Oh. Sophie, okay? The cat's just legged it as well. Oh my god. What is going on in here? What? It sounds like somebody sat down on the fucking chair. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck off. I'm going to the garden. I'm not staying in here.
The door in the back opens by itself and then some objects launch off the table. In the end, he decides he's had enough and goes out into the garden to catch his breath. Could this picture really be haunted, or is it all just an intricate ruse?
So that one impressed me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many things going on at once that to think that it's all set up and like strings and everything. To me, it's another one of those cases of crisscrossing strings, and it'd just be really hard to fake that many things. And like that candelabra, it like rocked back and forth. It didn't fall over. It's easier to pull something over and just knock it over with a string than to like only pull just hard enough so it kind of rocks. That'd be really hard to do. I think there's something to this, and I think I'm going to save this for next week. Get Rob's take on it.
I was mesmerized. Yes, mesmerized. I say words wrong sometimes. I apologize. Anyways, I was mesmerized by his house. No. I loved his house.
You loved his house.
Yes, because
it's right near a graveyard too.
Oh,
He was like a funeral home guy or something. Yeah.
and I love all his collections and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was real.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
mustache was cool too.
The first couple things, I thought, well, when I first watched this video, clipping it together, I thought, well, but then more stuff started happening. I went, okay, maybe there's something to this because
Right.
there's just so many things happening at once. And I mean, he's got a pillow flying off. He's got a candelabra that's rocking at the same time. A door is opening up, and then, and it's just like, wow. So
Right.
I tend to think that one's legit. But again, I'm going to save that one for next week and show it to
Right.
Rob. Speaking of Rob, I really have a great feeling about you and Lindsay. I hope you have a wonderful day together and whatever it is you guys are doing. And anyway, and Cat, I love you. And thank you for coming on the show with me.
Yeah.
And thank you for breakfast.
You're welcome. Denny's, go to Denny's. I RKO him at Denny's. Tombstoned him at Denny's. I jumped on other people's tables, kicked their food off.
Yes, that all totally happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bullshit at all. Anyway, now let me make sure I'm doing this right because I've never fucking ran this before. Yeah, it's that one. Anyway, we'll see you next week. And bye, Rob and Lindsay.
Bye.